What we doing here? Good morning. You know what is going on lately, honey? Okay, so we try and get it together. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Katrina, author of the book Krave. So I'm still here in New York, and I need some light. Okay, so let me. I forgot to close the curtain, right? So give me a minute. I'm gonna shut this up real quick. I I was trying to put my wedding ring on. I have my actual wedding ring. When I leave town, I always have my actual ring on. So let me turn this light on. See what we're doing here. Let's get a little light going. Forgive me, please. Charge it to my heart. Trying to get some light going here. I'm coming. I didn't realize that. Okay. So I didn't realize that it was going to be so bright. Let's just close that up. There we go. We looking good. All good in the hood. All right. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm still here in Jersey City. Um, so I want to say first, pick up my book. You need something to read while you're on vacation, riding the train, the plane. Did you hear about Spirit? Child, damn, went out of business. You know, I would catch a Spirit in a heartbeat. Um, but yeah, so Big Brother won't be texting because I already talked to him. But yeah, so Big Brother won't be texting because I already talked to him. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so Spirit was kind of shocking because when they shut down, you know, because I'm like, what if you pay for your trip in advance? Like, what if you understand? Like, it makes no sense. But today, okay, so I want you to buy my book while you're traveling on a plane. Forgive my hair, my hair's all over the place. Had fun last night. Yes. So, let me get to my page. So, if you're traveling, you need a book to read on a plane, train, car, you know, just like when you're chilling before you go, while you're on a ship, while you're at sea, you need something to do. Buy my book, read it. Here's one share. Here's one. Okay, so let's talk about rejection. I want to talk about the young man who slammed the girl on her neck because she didn't want to give him her phone number, which is, I don't understand. I don't understand. But I saw the mother on an interview and she said she bullied him. Girl, did you just say that? And what world you living in, La La Land lady? So even if she bullied him, does it give him a right to slam her on her neck? No, it don't. Um, why didn't you go to the school? Um, I don't think people realize. I don't care how big you are as a woman, a girl, a boy, a man will always be stronger than a woman and a girl. I don't think people realize that. There's something about them. You know, maybe it's the little toy trucks they used to play with when they were young. Who knows? Anyway, so what do we say to the young man? Who do we blame? Do we blame the mom? Because I seen a lot of I went on the IG and I seen a lot of remarks saying the mother is at fault. So where's the dad? So do dads get off? Hmm? No, I'm not gonna say dad. Do fathers get off? Because there's a difference between a father and a dad. Father fathers a child. A dad raises a child. So who do we blame? Everybody's blaming the mom. To some point, I do blame the mom because when she got on there and said her son was bullied, I don't care if my son was bullied. Let me tell you something. Don't you dare, as long as you stay on God's green earth, slam a woman on her neck because now you're disowned because you're disgusting. Because she didn't want to give you her number. Let me tell you something. When somebody try to talk to me, and we all know the princess is married, I am so nice. I make a joke because you just never know what these people are feeling. Do you understand? They're like, he crazy. You know, I mean, we can talk, but you're gonna have to fight to prove your love every day. You gonna be are you gonna be up to it when you get off work? because you got to have a 401k. And then you got to take all of us to lunch. You got to take husband. You got to take the grandbabies. It's two now. One like to walk around with no shoes on. Other one just yelling out, sister. And then you got to take security. He's yelling out, unbelievable. And then Misha is just staring at everybody. I mean, are you ready for this life with us? Because we come with a package deal. I come with a package. And then 9 out of 10, once they start laughing, they be like, all right, girl, you have a good day. So you got to turn them down gently. But with young boys, how do we fix that? Handling rejection. Is it something, husband, that the father should have taught them? Or where are we going from this? Okay. You said what?
Got to be in their life.
Got to be in their life. That's number one.
Can't just create them and walk away.
Just can't create them and walk away, which I agree.
Dicks.
Even if the mother's a what?
A dick.
Did he just say that on live? It was technical difficulties. He really didn't just say that. But no, I really believe in my heart of hearts, this is what I believe. Us women cannot raise a man. You can teach all day till you blue in the face, honey, but you can't teach him. I really believe that at a certain age, a child should be with his father. I'm so sorry. And with a female, okay, see, let me just say something real quick. Okay. So at a certain age, we all know with a young lady, a girl, that her father is her first love. It's supposed to be her first love. Yes? So they teach you not to fall for anything. It's like they teach you to be a lady. They teach you to not let guys hit on you or beat on you. I would say that. They teach you from the beginning how to be treated like a lady. So you would know what to expect when you go out. That's why it's so important for the fathers to be in the children's life, female or male. You know, with the father, it's the young girl's first love. And he's supposed to show her what life is like with a gentleman. Men with boys are supposed to teach them right from wrong, how to treat a lady. Even if she's a lady of the night, they still deserve respect, even though her career is not what we want it to be. You understand? But it all comes from the father. Mother plays a big role. She's the nurturer, right? She's the nurturer. She is the therapist. She's the cook. She's the driver. She is the nurse. She is everything. But we still need that man in the house to teach. Men are to teach, not to teach and protect. Go, husband. To love and protect.
Teach them how to love and protect.
Teach him how to love and listen to husband. And he didn't even have no coffee. To love and protect their women. And so when we get to rejection, what are we saying? What are we teaching our children? It's okay. Because even when my son was playing sports, let me tell you. So when they would lose, he would be so angry and child bye, stop. In order to be a good winner, you have to be a good loser. Now, if you lost the game, find out what y'all did wrong. So the next game, you on point, right? You do better. That's why you have your huddles and your coaches talking and stuff like that. So with coaching goes the mentorship, you mentor. Same thing with the dad. But if a dad is not in the house, this young man is not being taught anything. Then you have a mother who's overcompensating for the father by covering for him. You understand? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you a small snippet of something my son did a long time ago, right? It was a situation with a taxi driver. And let me tell you, kids know what they're doing, right? So he came to me and said, no, actually, he was watching something. I'm wrong. He was watching something. He was like, I'm going to do that one day. This guy actually got in a cab and jumped out and ran and didn't pay. So let me tell you something. People tell you what they're going to do before they do it. It's up to you to pay attention. But I'm thinking, he know better. He ain't going to do that. He's not going to jump out no cab and not pay for it. This mofo, I'll never forget. It was on a Sunday. I was at my bae house. We was dating. He was trying to make me his. He did. Look at the ring. Anyway, so I'm like, get a call. Police. Son jumped out of a cab. Excuse me? Okay. So what I'm going with this is I'm not gonna say he wouldn't have did that. I know he did it. Why? Because he told me before and I didn't pay attention. That's why I always tell people when your children say something to you, pay attention. Because they're telling you. Just like if you get kids that's, acting a fool in school and they talking about they're gonna do this and they're gonna do this, even if they pop out of school, they wrote it down. They told someone. We just chose not to listen. So this boy with this rejection thing, his mother know how he felt about rejection, and if he can't get a girlfriend or he feeling some type of way, you can't tell me she didn't know about it. But then she tries to cover it up for him. So why are we covering it up for him? Because she think that's her baby and his dad is not around. Because husband, do you really believe if his dad was there, he would have did that? No. Okay. So how are we teaching our kids? When are we going to teach our kids that it's not cool? So now seeing this, we have to talk to our granddaughters and teach them about life. And that's the thing, I think we don't have conversation. We give the tablet, the TV, but the kids don't even go outside and play anymore. Husband, didn't you have to drink from the hose when you was thirsty and you couldn't come in the house?
Yeah.
Old school. So I think we're not actually teaching our children. The electronics is teaching our children. Should he go to jail? Yes. I'm sorry, because I believe when you don't, and I had to learn this the hard way, when you don't discipline, you create a monster that you can't control. 9 out of 10, this woman can't control her son. I'm gonna say allegedly. She can't control him. She defends him. And all mothers do to a certain degree. But if you know your child wrong, they wrong. There's no way. Now, what if he would have really hurt this young lady? She could have been paralyzed, anything, you know? And all they doing is talking about him. And nobody's saying, is she okay? What's the report on her? What's her life gonna be like now that somebody slammed her on the neck because she didn't give a phone call? I mean, a phone number. Just like the thing in New York with the two sisters, and the guy wanted the phone number, and she said, "No, I'll give you my IG." He's like, "I don't want your IG." He wanted her number, so he cut her up, like and she's not with us anymore. But how do we? The question is, how do we fix it, husband? How do we fix it? Do we know? I know it starts at home with the man being there, or trying to get a mentor or something like that to that effect. But how do we fix it? Is it a way we can fix it? No.
Reading and teaching.
Reading and teaching.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, the sensitivity
Uh-oh.
and empathy
I'm going the wrong way with this.
has been stripped from our kids
Mm-hmm.
because they live vicariously through their tablets and the TVs and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When we grew up, we had to experience it, we had to touch it, we had to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But with that not in the world today, because everything is AI,
Mm-hmm.
you take the empathy out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this little kid, when he got rejected, it's the type stuff you see on video games. So
Okay.
they're living through video games. They're not living through experiences in life anymore. So you gotta teach empathy.
Gotta teach empathy. I agree. 100%. I feel sorry for the young lady. I hope she do better. But most of all, who was talking to the young man? I think
Nobody.
at this point, I don't want to give up on him. because I'm a mom and moms don't do that. So the question is, do he belong in jail? Yes, because he need to understand his consequences. But in a, but don't just lock him up. You understand what I'm saying? Get him a therapist, psychiatrist, something. We need to know why. So that means we need to go to the root of the problem, which starts at home. And most parents don't want to put their children in therapy or psychiatry because guess what? In order to figure out what's going on with this young man, we need to see where you came from. Trust me, I know. Took my son there. Shit show. You understand what I'm saying? They dig all in your background. They need to know who you are so we can see what you produced. You understand? But will she take him to therapy? Will the system give him therapy? Or will they just lock him up? Or will he even be charged? Will he do it again? Yes, he will. Because there's no consequences to his actions. So I hope the mother get out her own way and stop trying to be his friend. That's another problem. There's so many of us are friends with our children when it shouldn't be. We party with our children, we drink with our children, we turn up with our children. But when your children have a problem, they're not going to come to you because you're the turn up parent. They don't think you can't fix nothing. What you gonna fix? Then you got some children out here just disrespectful, honey. Trust me, I know. There's one walking the streets. I'm not calling no names. Anyway, but we all have them. But some of us just got great kids. Great kids. Some of us just got great kids, but I don't know. I don't know the answer to the situation, but I would love to talk to that young man to see why he did what he did. Bottom line, he might not even be getting attention at home. That's sometimes people do things and just show out because they never had a hug. I was in, what was I at? I was at the Power Center with my son, and you put him in a Power Center, and the police talk to the parents before they let your children come to the Power Center. And the one officer was like, the biggest reason children end up in jail, lifelong criminals, is because they never had this. And um, he had a video on the screen that we had to watch. Husband, husband, um, that we had to watch, and then he stopped the screen, and it was a father and son hugging, and he was like, "Do you know out of what is it? Um, what did he say? 95% of children, young black boys, has never been hugged by their father. Do you believe that, husband?
Mm-hmm. Mine hugged me when I was 18, 19.
And that's a big problem. And I never thought about that. You know, I was like, wow. So it's very important that you hug your children. And I guarantee that mother of that young boy, he does not hug his mother. His mother does not hug him. Now, my son can hug me, but he can't kiss me because I don't know where his lips been at. So, you know, we'll do the dad, but we can hug. Okay? I'm a hugger. I'll hug you. I don't like hugging like other men because men are creepy sometimes, but I'm just saying. You know how you try to get a church hug and they be like, your cousin, Reverend Lonnie Love, don't do it. Don't we didn't even get started about his cousin. Do you be wanting to kiss? Like, husband, how? Like, and then husband said, he's just playing. No, not. No. Then one day he put his lips up. I said, oh, what you doing that for? Your husband come over like Batman and stop it? No, he just playing. No. That's your Reverend Lonnie Love, though, but off topic. Anyway, so what did we say about this situation, husband? If you were to talk to that young man, what would you say to him?
How wrong he was.
You would say how wrong?
How wrong he was.
Uh-huh.
And how we gonna make this right.
And? What did you learn?
Well, I learned that
No,
no,
from
no, no,
no,
no, no,
the question
no.
would be for him. What did he learn out of
Because
this situation?
no, what I was going to say was because he has to admit fault in that too. Because a lot of times our children act out because of they can't act out because of the stuff that you did,
Mm-hmm.
and they going down this path
Mm-hmm.
because of what they want from you.
Right.
So now it's a learning
So
experience
basically,
for
you think
both
he
of
was crying out for attention. So you think that him slamming her on the ground could have been from the
them. Crying
fact
out for
that,
attention because
do you
anytime
think he saw
you
his mother in that?
yeah,
That's why
because
he slammed
anytime
her?
you overreact and because you can see the choices in Gator
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and how he treats women
Mm-hmm.
because of how you had to react toward him
Mm-hmm.
because the lack of cohesiveness
Mm-hmm.
in parents.
Mm-hmm. Well, or he had an exceptional life and chose option B to go against the grain. Because from
Well, except
I think I
from
don't
whose
think it's
perspective?
more so from me. I think he's taking it out. He could have been taking it out on me because of his father. And parents, children do that. They'll feel a certain type of way about you, about the other parent, but take it out on you because they felt like you should have did better or you should have did more. You should have picked another person to be their mother or father. So that could be it too. It's so many things could go wrong in the whole situation
Yeah.
of
Well,
a person.
everybody has a part.
Everybody has a what?
Everybody has a part to play.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And bad decisions because usually you're not stupid by yourself.
True.
Everybody who made bad decisions had help. But
I
as
don't
bad
think
as
no, I don't agree with that.
no. I'm not talking about just the act. I'm talking
Hmm.
about what led up to that.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, you could word it like that. But when you're grown, and don't forget this young man is still what, 16, 17? But you know right from wrong.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
You know right from wrong. Because even grandbaby, when she about to do something, she look at you first. She know it's wrong. If she about to touch something she's not supposed to
Because
touch.
she was disciplined for whatever she did before. So now she's
Exactly.
looking out for it. But
Hmm.
obviously this kid has been disciplined from whatever he did before.
That's true. And so my
Because
question
anytime his mother is
online said he was bullied by a girl.
yeah,
I usually girls bully girls, boys bully bullies. I rarely see if a boy is bullying a girl, that means he likes her. That's what I was taught long time ago. Long time ago.
now we might throw a piece of paper at you.
So right.
Not throw you on your neck.
But this you're talking about a whole new different generation. Back in the day, they, spitballs and cross classroom.
Mhm.
This generation, I'm sorry, it's dangerous. I say honestly, don't create kids. I'm sorry.
Because they
In this
don't
generation.
they're not taught empathy.
It goes back to the school too, because the school tell you to call the police on your parents and have them locked up.
Well,
So
that's
where are we getting discipline from?
just the school system don't give a damn about the children.
Exactly. But you got to remember that too. You can go home as a kid and talk, man, and you can't. Parent can't do nothing.
Well,
You can lay hands, but then you go into the bookings.
but that's a part of the indoctrination of this educational system anyway.
Hmm.
Because the school system wasn't created to make better human beings. It was created to make you a better worker,
A worker.
a worker.
Hmm.
Not to be objective and think. No,
Hmm.
it just make you react and do what you're told.
I can dig it. So lesson, this lesson, my quote, if you live for people's accept, I can't even get the word out. Acceptance. I can't get the word out. Acceptance. You will die from their rejection. If you live for people acceptance, you will die from their rejection. Something went wrong. We need to help our children. I think we need to be better parents. And don't get me wrong, parenting does not come with a handbook. Because a lot of stuff I was on my own and I was just like, what am I doing? And it's better if you got a village, but if you don't have a village, you just winging it. But you can't sit up here and say when you sit up here and watch a video when your son slams somebody on their neck and she's just laying there. And then him and his friend is laughing. Not cool. You can't say he was bullied. Don't do that. And I understand you want to take up for your child, and it's probably your only child. But you can't do that. Wrong is wrong, right is right. You know, if they wrong, they wrong. What you gonna do about it? But try to fix it. Everything is a learning lesson. And hopefully he'll learn his lesson. Hopefully somebody will talk to him and no, but do he need jail time? Yes, I'm sorry. You have to. It's part of discipline. Because one thing I wish I would have done different, and I'm gonna say this with my son with that taxi, I should have left his ass in there. Have a good day.